Hello, you're kicking off the Thursday's edition of QPVN English News Bulletin. You're with Milici, and here come the headlines. President LUONG pays tribute to President Ho Chi Minh on 10th occasion. Creating new breakthroughs, successfully accomplishing assigned tasks in the home military. Bright picture for Vietnam's export. On January the 29th, the first day of the Lunar New Year, President LUONG offered incense in commemoration of President Ho Chi Minh at House 67 within the relic site dedicated to the late president in the Presidential Palace. President LUONG expressed his profound gratitude to the immense contribution of President Ho Chi Minh, the national liberation hero, an outstanding cultural figure who founded and trained our party. Beloved President Ho Chi Minh left us a glorious career, a priceless legacy, which is his ideology, morality, lifestyle. He dedicated and sacrificed his entire life to the independence and freedom of the country and the happiness of the people. President LUONG requested the relic site to continue upholding its important role, preserving the invaluable documents and artifacts of the late leader, ensuring that they remain priceless spiritual heritage for present and future generations. On the morning of January the 29th, the first day of the Lunar New Year, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, presided over the online conference of the entire military. Attending the conference was Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff and Deputy Defense Minister, along with leaders from the Ministry of National Defense, the General Staff and the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army. On the first day of the new year, the military maintains great combat readiness while organizing test celebrations for troops. Agencies and units upheld duty regulations, closely monitored the situation, and maintained strict control over airspace, territorial waters, borders, internet security, and cyberspace. They ensure security and order, allowing people to celebrate the Lunar New Year peacefully. Relevant agencies and units coordinated with local authorities to ensure safe nationwide fireworks displays, creating a joyful atmosphere for early spring. They effectively carried out communication and immolation activities to celebrate the 95th founding anniversary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, closely aligning them with the implementation of tasks in 2025. The military maintained political and ideological stability with a strong determination to fulfill all assigned missions. Logistic, technical service, and financial assurance were well implemented, along with preparations for new recruit reception and training. We faithfully uphold the 10 oaths of honor and 12 disciplines, living up to the title bestowed upon us by the people, Uncle Soldiers. We are determined to go to the people, stand by them whenever they need us. That is the key principle, not waiting for the people to ask for our help. I attended the Border Guard Spring Warm Heart of Border Residents program in Lai Châu. I saw many smiles and tears in the eyes of the locals, filled with deep emotion. The conference was connected online to various agencies and units, including officers and soldiers carrying out duties on Trường Sa Islands and the DK-1 platform on the southern continental shelf, as well as Coast Guard ships and fixed-wing surveillance ships on duty in the nation's sea and islands. General Phan Van Giang sent New Year greetings and praised the solidarity and efforts of the entire military. The minister instructed all military agencies and units to maintain strict combat readiness and make accurate forecasts. After the Lunar New Year, they are to organize recruitment and start training for 2025, fostering a strong competitive spirit in the very first days. They must focus on political education, ideological leadership, information and dissemination, protect the party's ideological foundation, and enhance work with the people and support for the military rear. The year 2025 holds great significance with many important events for the nation, changes in the political system and the organization of the 2025-2030 Party Congress, and preparation for the 14th Congress. With a fresh spirit and strong determination, the military must uphold the proud tradition of the Vietnam People's Army, stay united, overcome challenges, and drive progress to achieve our goals. Together with the party and the people, we will safeguard the nation and enter a new era of prosperity. Wishing you, comrades, and your families health, happiness, and success in the new year. Also, on the morning of January the 29th, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense and the mission of the Central Military Commission and the Ministry of National Defense inspected combat readiness and organization of the Lunar New Year at Command 86. Over the past time, the officers and soldiers of Command 86 have been united and determined to complete all assigned tasks, creating positive changes in all working aspects. Notably, the work of cyberspace operations and information technology has been implemented in a synchronous and drastic manner, contributing to fully managing and protecting national sovereignty in cyberspace. As a member of the State Committee for the Zero Transformation of the Ministry of National Defense, Command 86 has directed its subordinate forces and advised units throughout the military to promote the development of e-government, the zero transformation associated with information security and network security. On the occasion of the Lunar New Year, the unit has focused on maintaining strict discipline and combat readiness, not to be surprised in any situation in cyberspace and the stationed area, while holding a happy and healthy New Year celebration for the troops. On the occasion of the Lunar New Year on January the 29th, Lieutenant General Đỗ Xuân Tụng, Vice Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, visited and extended New Year greetings to a number of agencies and units in Hanoi. Visiting the General Department of Defense Directory, Lieutenant General Đỗ Xuân Tụng congratulated the unit on its achievements in the past year, especially in the research, design, manufacture, and production of many defense and economic products. He hoped that the Party Committee of the General Department would continue to promote collective intelligence, complete all assigned tasks, effectively serve the military and defense tasks and the people's lives. Acknowledging the persistent efforts in task performance of the officers and soldiers of the President Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum Protection Command in recent days, particularly in strictly maintaining combat readiness, ensuring safety, and organizing thoughtful welcome for compatriots and international visitors during the Lunar New Year, Lieutenant General Đỗ Xuân Tụng wished the officers, employees, soldiers of the units and their families a prosperous New Year with many new achievements. Coming up next, bright picture for Vietnam's export. Taste of Vietnamese Lunar New Year abroad. In 2024, the total import-export turnover reached a record of nearly $790 billion, marking the 9th consecutive year that Vietnam has had a trade surplus. The spectacular growth of import-export activity is one of the main factors for the customs sectors to collect the 2024 budget a month earlier. This is a spotlight and a driving force for bright export in 2025. One of the positive impacts that made the import-export tax revenue in 2024 improve is the rise of 14.5% in the total import-export turnover over the last same period. As a result, the total import-export tax revenue hit over $16.7 billion, exceeding the estimate by 12% and increasing by 15% over the last same period, demonstrating the customs sector's efforts. Thanks to that, Vietnam is gradually becoming an important link in the global supply chain, one of the fastest growing economies in Asia, and in a central position in the shipping chain of the world supply chain. In 2025, Vietnam's rise for total export turnover to increase by 10 to 12% compared to the previous year and to get trade surplus of over $20 billion. On January the 29th, hundreds of international tourists arrived at Ha Long International Cruise Port and landed at Vân Đồn International Airport, Quảng Ninh Province, showing a good sign on the first day of the Lunar New Year. The Silver Door cruise ship carrying nearly 500 tourists from Europe and America docked at the Ha Long International Cruise Port. Upon arrival, the tourists visited Ha Long Bay entertainment venues, historical and cultural relics of Quảng Ninh. As scheduled, the Silver Door cruise ship will continue its journey on January the 30th, 2025. On the same morning, at the Vân Đồn International Airport, representatives from the Provincial Department of Tourism, Vân Đồn District authorities, and the airport's leaders welcomed passengers on VietJet Air flight VJ230 from Ho Chi Minh City. The flight landed at 8:30 a.m., marking the first air arrivals to Quảng Ninh in the Lunar New Year. For every Vietnamese, Lunar New Year is the time for family reunion. No matter how far and busy they are, they all try to come home to celebrate the holiday with their families. For those who are living and studying abroad, even though they cannot return to Vietnam on this occasion, they have preserved the cultural identity of their homeland. From cold Russia to faraway Africa, all the lands abroad cherry blossoms. The taste of Vietnamese Lunar New Year is present everywhere in the world. The traditional fruit trees, the red parallel dances, the green chung cakes, and the charming áo dài are reminders of the Vietnamese Lunar New Year. I have observed Lunar New Year in China for 16 years. My feelings are always the same as the first time. As I'm far from home, I always look forward to observe the Lunar New Year with other Vietnamese people, which makes me feel full of taste of Vietnamese Lunar New Year. We organize activities of wrapping and cooking chung cakes so that Vietnamese people here can feel like they were at home. Lunar New Year for each Vietnamese far from home is not only a deep nostalgia for their homeland. Celebrating Lunar New Year abroad for all Vietnamese people here is nothing but nostalgic for the homeland. I feel that the atmosphere of today's event brings us closer to the homeland. It reminds me of the childhood memories when I gathered with family on this occasion. Lunar New Year holiday is also an opportunity to remind Vietnamese of their national origins and the country's cultural identity. Đồng Hồ painting is traditional craft product of Đồng Hồ village in Bắc Ninh. My village is next to Đồng Hồ painting village. The paintings here remind me of my hometown. Such activities as wrapping chung cakes, making spring rolls, and playing folk games help release my homesickness and make me feel more connected to the Vietnamese community in Singapore. We don't have Tet holiday here, yet we always turn to the traditional Tet festival towards our beloved fatherland. We hope that young overseas Vietnamese will understand the traditional costumes of the Vietnamese people and their ancestors so that they will always turn towards their roots. Tet is also an opportunity for Vietnamese people abroad to meet, share, promote the tradition of national solidarity and move towards a better future. Vietnam-US relations have flourished in all space since the two countries upgraded their relations to a comprehensive strategic partnership. All overseas Vietnamese in the U.S. are very excited to extend the Xuân Quê Hương, our homeland spring program. Our community will continue to uphold the solidarity in line with this year's slogan, Red Solidarity in Tet. We will join hands to build a strong community, help each other in work and life. The upcoming year 2025 will be a promising and developing year for both Vietnamese and Russian enterprises in the relationship between the two countries. Hopefully, overseas Vietnamese in Hong Kong will get closer to contribute to attracting more foreign investment capital to Vietnam, bringing benefits to the country. Tet is an occasion for Vietnamese people to promote traditional culture to international friends.
I love the music, the dancing. I like the food, and I was happy this year to be able to have this.
After we saw how you make your cake with rice and green beans and the chicken, it gives me the idea to use it in my catering service.
The unique Vietnamese musical instruments and performances imbued with traditional identity give us a wonderful sense and experiences about the cultural values of Vietnam. No matter where they are, even if they cannot enjoy full taste of Vietnamese Lunar New Year with their families in homeland, Vietnamese people always have a secret and wanted in their hearts. It is the end of the latest news bulletin today. You can watch our news again at QPVN.vn. But goodbye and see you next time.